Hello! Welcome to our channel. We are That Hippie Family. This episode is the grand finale of our Canadian road trip from Vancouver Island to Newfoundland and back. Putting almost 12,000 kilometers on the van without breaking down at some point would have been a miracle, so we finally end up dealing with a minor breakdown. And if that's not enough bad news, our dog gets attacked by 2 other dogs the very next day. But it's not all bad though. Life's about balance, right? It's another day. Closer to getting home. We're actually gonna be home in like 4 days. I can't believe it. That's kind of sad. I'm gonna miss van life. Back to today. We are headed to Saskatoon, 6 hours from here. So I gotta think of something to do in Saskatoon. Now that we're back in the prairies, we are not hyped. Look at this child. I gave him, I filled up a hotel cup with a bunch of vegetables, little peas and carrots and things. And the dogs will probably clean it up for him. Chad is just topping up the van's fluids, doing all the checks. We're at this gas station that had this restaurant, and I've got some food. But we've been kind of running around a little bit quickly trying to find another sticker for Manitoba for our bumper, and we have not found one. So we're gonna keep on trying to check small towns maybe along the way. But I found this I wanted to show you. I got for Floyd. It's a Peter Rabbit wooden push-along toy. So it's just like a stick, and it has a little Peter Rabbit on the bottom, and it makes like the floppy sounds of his like little feet as it goes when he pushes it. So cute. His blanket that he's obsessed with, that's why I got it, because like this blanket, I don't know if you can tell, he takes everywhere he goes that he needs to live, is Peter Rabbit. So just had to get him something. This house takes up both lanes. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, it looks like Hippie. I guess it's the road. We're gonna have to pass this house.
Decent speed, so I'm not like super concerned about it, but
just passing houses on the highway, no big deal. Only in the prairies. Pit stop time in Regina. We chose to come to a playground today. It has a big green space for the dogs to run around. But this park is called Pirate Park. It has 2 pirate ships that Floyd is gonna go check out. Well, I was about to pop on here to mention to you guys that we are leaving from Saskatoon to Calgary today, driving through the prairies, which is not overly exciting, and we do this drive all the time. So I was going to say catch it in BC, but we just got a flat tire and we're on the side of the road. I knew something would probably, like, not something bad. It's not bad. We have a spare, and Chad is gonna have to change the tire, which really sucks because there's like no shoulder on where we are right now. But this van just drove across the country and we're almost all the way home. Like, eventually something would have to happen, and luckily it's something Chad can deal with.
The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken us, yeah, nothing never will.
So the tire jack that Chad had wasn't tall enough to get the tire on, and someone's pulled over to come help us. With a little help from our friend, we are going to be back on the road in no time. The tire is...
Have to strap this thing to the van or put it somewhere.
Yeah, the old one?
Yes.
Yeah. And away we go.
Be alright. Show me the way. Show me a way to somewhere.
Hola, buenos dias. Good morning. We are leaving Calgary today, headed for the Okanagan to stay with friends for one more night before we head home. Unreal, guys. I can't believe this trip is almost over. It's like when you just start getting used to living van life, it's like over. I guess true van life would be life, not 4 weeks. 4 weeks we've been living in this van. I've grown to really like it. I think since we're going to be in BC, we have a park pass that came with the van, which we've only used once on this entire trip. I can't believe just 4 weeks is just not enough to travel across Canada. Like, it definitely is not. But we're gonna try to go to not a provincial park, a national park, I think that's what it's called, and do a pretty cool hike maybe today. We still want to get to the Okanagan at a decent hour, so that's the trick. It's tricky to have enough time to adventure and get to another destination every single day. Mountains, baby! So I didn't mention earlier because we didn't think it was like too big of a deal, but this morning, here Medusa, this morning when we were leaving my dad's house, Chad was loading up the van and getting ready, and Bingo was in his backyard and he escaped after Chad told him to sit and stay, and I guess Bingo escaped the yard, and the neighbor's dogs attacked him. It was a pit bull and a German shepherd, and they ganged up on Bingo, and we weren't like totally sure what happened. He might have got bit, but there was no blood. Like, he was like kind of walking like he was sore. Chad checked him over, touched him everywhere. He wouldn't whimper or anything, so it seemed like he was like mostly maybe in shock. He didn't seem like super injured. And we just stopped at our first stop here to go for a walk, and he won't put any weight on it, and now he is whimpering when Chad touches it. Poor Bingo. 2 dogs ganged up on him.
So the dog didn't like bite and latch onto him. The dog just like, I think, repeatedly bit him in the same spot. There's like no blood or any puncture wounds or anything like that, but I think maybe it got the muscle, and so it's probably really sore and really tender, and it feels a little bit swollen. So it's okay, you stay. But I think it is like a sprain, like you said, because if I straighten it, he starts to cry. but it goes quite straight before he like really starts crying. I think it's mostly just like really tender.
Oh my gosh, I'm so worried about him now. I didn't realize that it was that bad. I'm like shaking. So today is Saturday. It's technically our last day of travel. We're definitely going to, we've been talking about places that we can go in the van and do stuff in the van. We're gonna take her in for a little bit of maintenance and get her tuned up a bit and then try to explore some more places, mostly in BC, but there's so much to see. Anyways, yesterday, last time I talked to you, Bingo was injured, and so we did take him to the vet, and he does have one little puncture wound from being bit by another dog. Poor guy. Oh. But they gave him painkillers and antibiotics to make sure it doesn't get infected, and they didn't have to do an x-ray. Like, they think that everything else is fine, just some inflammation from an instant bruising from the wound. So he's feeling a lot better today. And we are back on the road. Today we're driving through our favorite way home instead of going on the big popular highway, the Coquihalla, which is like this huge, crazy road from the Okanagan to Vancouver, where we catch the ferry. We're going south down through little towns, Karamuse and Princeton, and they have fruit stands everywhere. So we're going to stop and check out some of our favorite fruit stands, and then yeah, head to the ferry, catch a ferry home. It's been a month since we've been home. We have arrived at our last ferry ride. It's 6 o'clock. We're catching the 8 o'clock. We'll be on the island by 9 o'clock. Home, no, 9:30, home by 10:30. It's gonna be so weird to be home. I got so used to van life. I actually really like it. It took me a while for me to like settle into van life and get a routine going, and I wasn't sure about it at first, but now that it's coming to an end, I'm really sad. It's not coming to an end though. We're still gonna travel lots in this bad boy. You wanna get out and go play in the park? Oh, there's a park here.
Here, you have a bite.
Somehow we are making it onto the 7 o'clock ferry, which is super exciting because we're going to get home at 9:30 instead of 10:30, right? We are back home in the tiny house. Oh my gosh, it's so surreal. It's like our trip was just a dream. It's over. we definitely want to do some more van lifing. We got to take the van in for some maintenance, get that going. I want to thank you guys if you watched our entire van life series from island to island across Canada. It was such a journey. In order for us to do more van life, we would love for you to like this video, subscribe to our channel. It really helps our channel grow, and then we can maybe one day do more things like this. Thanks for watching. As always, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. We'll have a great rest of our day. We're busy. We got to get our lives back on track here. And we'll see you in the next video.